if the thing that saves you is the same thing that destroys you? What if the gift that you carry comes with teeth and a hell of a bite? But every night you sit down to create, you're wrestling with something that could bring you peace or burn the whole house down. And that's what we're here to explore. Welcome back to Ivory's After Dark, where the lights are low and the notes are real and the truth lives somewhere between the keys. I am Jack Rivers, your host tonight, not just the piano man. Maybe tonight I'm a haunted craftsman who spent a lifetime negotiating with the gift and the ghost inside the gift. So let's dive into the craft and the curse. Every artist has two hands, one that builds, one that breaks. One hand writes the song, the other hand ruins your sleep. They're a package deal. You cannot have one without the other. Some nights, you're very creative, and the hand, well, it saves you. The other night, well, that hand could grab a hammer and bash apart every piece of equipment you've ever collected and cherished at one time or another. But that's the deal. No returns, no exchanges, no takesy-backsy, sweetie. Sometimes it's a song that will not let you rest, a riff, a melody. You're pulled out of the bed at 2 a.m. because this thing is teasing you. It's taunting you. It's commanding you to get up out of your comfort and write it down. And then when you get all set up, all of a sudden, it vanishes into thin air. Craft, the ritual, the discipline, that's what saves you. Inspiration is fleeting. The craft is the hammer that builds. I've talked to people that go through a 3-month spurt where they are writing. I just wrote this new song. And all of a sudden, they hit the brick wall. What do you do at that time? Sometimes you don't meet your muse until you're ready for it. Muse. Sometimes I'll be in the Sugar Shack, even here at the cave, and I can't tell if I'm making music or exercising demons. Quiet room, the humming mic, and suddenly it's 3 a.m. and it's just me alone with the truth I've avoided all day long. Your instrument is always the mirror. It's reflecting things I may not want to see. The notes reveal something. The chords are confessional. This craft exposes insecurities, scars, and unresolved arguments within you. And until you're willing to spend some time in front of the mirror and deal with you, we do not progress. But there's always a voice inside that whispers. Truth always sounds better when you stop pretending you're not hurt. And it's right. You cannot lie to music. The music knows. I've talked to people and some of the best songs they've ever created was on the brink of falling apart, on the fringe of things, on the edge of things, wanting to give in, wanting to quit, wanting to break the guitar or stick some dynamite up that piano's ass and just watch it blow. A shaky breath, cracking voice, an unintended raw line. It wasn't failure. It was honesty. People don't connect with perfection. They connect with the vulnerability that shows that you are human. So if everything's safe, nothing's real. That's a thought that sticks with us. The same fire that fuels your music can also burn your life. You miss milestones, cancel plans, Lose people who do not understand why you chase ghosts at 2 a.m. And it's hard to explain unless you're talking to somebody else that does it. Because you risk your sanity for a chorus you can't ignore. Post that chorus on social media, or there's no traffic for the song. Right? On good nights, it's liberating. On bad nights, it feels like debt. Remember this, artists. You didn't choose this life. It chose you. It chose you. So the craft beckons and the curse keeps you up. And in between, you're trying to find a meaningful life. Artists are not addicted to the applause. They're addicted to meaning. You want to be raw. You want to be authentic. You want something to resonate. But meaning has a cost. You learn to dance with the curse. You find rhythm in between the beauty or the burden. It's that double-edged sword, isn't it? Knowing when to fight, knowing when to let the ghosts speak. The curse comes when you're least expecting it. It doesn't come when you're bad at your craft. It comes because you care. Because the craft gives you purpose, and the curse gives you the pain. And together, they create art. Every scar you turned into a lyric. Every sleepless night became a chord or a riff. And every mistake that you ever made became some sort of truth. But that's the real payment. And it comes through and it resonates with whoever's listening. So do not try to outrun the curse. Learn to listen without letting it drive. Maybe with a little luck, you might turn it into something worth hearing. And something worth hearing is something that is going to carry somebody else a little longer when they're going through their turmoil. They're going through their pain. Some of those things you cannot outrun. Some of those things you cannot outplay. Turning the volume up is never going to help unless you're looking for a tone. So before you guitar players get mad at me and want to beat me up, just understand it's nothing but love, and you understand. We all search for that right tone. We all search for the right feeling. We experiment. That's what's keeping us up at 3 and 4 in the morning before we can put that damn thing to bed and say, maybe, just maybe I brought my point through. Maybe I brought that through. Maybe that chord measured up. Maybe that lyric lifted. Maybe it helped. Because that's what we're doing here. So just remember, when it's 3 in the morning and you're banging your head against that brick wall called writer's block, or you can't sleep because that song or that hook or that fill or whatever it is just taunting and haunting. It's part of that craft. And the curse ain't that bad. It's not meant to break you. It's meant to challenge you. It's meant to keep you focused and keep you true. Well, folks, thanks for pulling up a chair, pouring something honest, keeping your lyrics true and your notes pure. I've been Jack Rivers, and this has been another verse in the Gospel of 88 Keys.